and why Hope came about, Hope's mission statement, Hope's vision, Hope's core values, 5 core values, Hope's priority areas and concerns, your input with questions and answers. Next slide, please. The party name, of course, is Helping Our People Excel. A little history about that came about 6 years ago on my mother's porch with my girlfriend. We were talking about the concerns about St. Martin, and she was so disheartened, she left the island to go and work in the Netherlands. But before she did that, over a cup of tea, she decided, hey, let's make up a name. So we brainstormed. I told her the word people has to be in it because that's the core of what politics should be about, people. And it should have a letter E because I find the letter E a very positive word. And that is how Helping Our People Excel became to life. The party color is officially, it hasn't been announced yet, but it will be officially magenta. The closest to that color is pink with a blue tone. My basic reason for coming up with pink, my favorite color, but also pink represents women and blue represents men. Men and women, we make society together. Simple, not difficult, that's what we're about. My name, Mercedes van der Waals Wyatt, leader, and I did that already. Next slide. All right, HOPE stands for Helping Our People Excel. Our aim is to create an excellent quality of life by how? Supporting creative ideas, promoting of the dignity and self-worth of all our residents, empowering people, that is key to us, encourage decision-making through good governance principles, taking into account regional and international realities, and developing our country through sustainable development goals. Next slide. Everybody always asks us, what's your vision? What's your vision? To set the example in good governance in regards to respect, integrity, transparency, accountability. These are keywords that are necessary for the continuation of good governance. Continuous education and awareness on the laws. If we don't know what the laws are and that they do matter to us, how can we help our government? How can we hold our officials accountable? Inclusiveness, dialogue with private, public, and all relevant sectors. We can make decisions on top levels, but if we do not sit and talk to the main stakeholders, how do we know exactly what they're thinking, what they're feeling? Perhaps they could have great ideas that can help us together make better decisions. And of course, the best decisions for enhancement of the well-being of the people of St. Martin. That is our vision for the island. Professionalism, our 5 core values. It's very important for us to remain professional as we have to deal with regional and international countries. We have to be professional. We cannot stand for mediocrity anymore. Positivity, that's definitely key because positivity rubs off on many people and it can elevate you to higher heights. Law abiding. As role models of this country, we have to abide by the law. Dialogue, that is because with communication, we talk with each other, and good governance. First concern, a stable economy and sound budget. By diversifying the economy and tourism product, how do we do that? Tourism is our main pillar of income, but if we split it up into different aspects, we can also bring in more people, which will create more influx into our economy, and that will boost our economy as well. Our main way of doing that is through medical tourism and music industry. Agriculture and financial services, balanced government budget.
An update on Zika. The CPS is working diligently on a plan, and actually, again, that's one of the points that Aruba's shared with me, is all of their research and development strategies in terms of how they're combating Zika in Aruba. The numbers here in St. Martin have elevated a bit. This is as of the end of July, the 29th of July. We have now 47 confirmed cases on the Dutch side, and 160 on the French side. And we are working with Curaçao. We've developed a number of videos, instructional videos, and those we hope to be completed soon. CPS is working to get on a prevention plan, of course, including fogging and spraying, and that's something that I expect to have an update from them shortly. But I must admit that the war on Zika really is, as we've said all along, a war on mosquitoes. And our experience so far is that the population isn't as engaged, as knowledgeable, and as proactive as they need to be. So unfortunately, as we're entering the rainy season, now is the time when citizens need to be more vigilant than ever. But we still find way too many examples where citizens are not being proactive about eliminating breeding grounds in our community. And simply government doesn't have the resources to go out and do this for everybody. And so I ask the media to help. I ask citizens to be proactive in terms of understanding what your responsibilities are to the rest of the country, because if you're not eliminating breeding grounds in your own house, in your own neighborhood, in the end, it becomes a problem for everybody in the country.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy-saving products. Save some green with NVGEB.
Life is a journey full of connections. You're in safe hands, even when life starts too soon. You don't have to miss a single beat. When a bad hair day makes you sad, just sharing can bring you joy and more to come. They take the plunge, turn fear into faith, while you capture those beautiful moments. In the game of life, it's family that counts. They'll be there even when you lose. We all have our moments of reflection and hope. And when you feel you're losing everything in life, we're there, because there's more to come. When life starts too soon, you don't have to miss a single beat. We're here to connect you and share life. Telcel, when you want more.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas real easy. Island Finance. For education, yes. A renovation, that's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
Still no advice from them as yet. Actually, by the 15th of August, the present head of the Legal Affairs Department, Mr. Jules de Vries, will be returning to the Netherlands. In the meantime, he has taken up his vacation days, so there has already been a shortage of personnel at the Legal Affairs Department, and with the head leaving, it puts even a larger strain. With the amount of legislation that is coming from the different ministries, VSA has legislation in preparation, Education has quite some legislation in preparation, and so is the Justice Ministry. TIAT has, so across the board, there's quite some legislation, documentation in preparation. And in this one, it's an added, if you want to say, burden, in the sense that it is the ordinance as such was rejected, and we have told them to review the court's decision and chart a way forward at arriving at a new draft, so to speak. So it is not something, again, that you would say, well, there is one coming this week, next week, or next month.
On electoral reform, Parliament is scheduled to restart its sessions as of next week. Has there been a date yet set for your draft ordinance?
No, a date has not yet been set, but this week, the adjustments that we have made and the answers that we have given, or that we will provide to the concerns both the Kingdom government has had, as well as the local Council of Advice. Those will be submitted this week to Parliament so that the debate can continue. In the meantime, our technical people, our civil servants, have had 2 phone conferences with their counterparts, so to speak, in the Netherlands. Personally, I've also met with the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior, and it was not a formal meeting to discuss this, but this is one of the things that was broached. And then it became clear to me as to, for instance, why you had certain formulations and or certain questions posed by them. One of the things that I've always said is that a challenge within the kingdom is that you have one kingdom and you have one kingdom government, but you have a diversity in the way the problems manifest themselves in the different parts of the kingdom, and therefore you cannot have one cure for all of the problems. The drug problem, as it affects us in St. Martin, is different to how it is experienced in the Netherlands. Job security is different. And in this case, moving from one party to the other is an issue in the Netherlands. But one of the things, for instance, that I questioned was, how do you want me to explain, how do you determine who has stayed with the party? And for me, it was like a ridiculous remark, because if you have a 2-man faction and one has left, whether he or she was the leader or not, but if you left, then you left. So whoever stayed is the one that stayed with the party. But it turns out that in the Netherlands, there has been an ongoing battle in a 2-man faction in which both were accusing each other of not towing the party line and not towing the party vision, and each one of them told the other one, you should leave. No, not me, you should leave. Not me, you should leave. So it was a back and forth to the point where one is threatening to throw the other one out of the party, and the other one is threatening to throw. And we are saying, no, that is not something that we have here. And if you have a party, there is a party leader, and if the party leader wants to leave, then he has left. The party leader can't say, I am leaving with my party. The party is here. You were elected on that party, and you cannot. And this is where we draw the line. For instance, if you leave, you are no longer a member of that faction, a member of that party.
afford what you crave, life just gets so good.
And I'm feeling good, so good, so good, so good. Hey, I'm gonna live my life, feeling good, so good, real good, so
KFC, so good for everyone.
These are the doors that never close. These are the hands that make a difference. These are the walls that could tell countless stories of helping and healing, of storms weathered, of change and growth, of a place where life begins, where hearts are mended, and where hope grows stronger. For more than a quarter of a century, the physicians, medical professionals, and staff of St. Martin Medical Center have combined advanced medical technology and compassionate care to bring a world of medicine to our friends, neighbors, and visitors to the island of St. Martin we all call home. As proud as we are of what we have accomplished, we believe there is still much work to do to continue a proud tradition of providing everyone in our community with the latest technology, the best medicine, and the most exceptional care. St. Martin Medical Center, celebrating 25 years of serving, caring, healing.
Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
are you be sure, be sure.
Bob, I can understand why you're parking so carefully. Of course, when you can get 80% discount on your Be Sure car insurance. But that's overdoing it, Bob.
Are you be sure, be sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, in terms of investment, yes, the senior citizen home is an urgent priority. Where they are stuck down there in Dallas Bay in that home for X amount of years is not a comfortable or decent environment for them. So yes, we would pursue the plan that is in the pipeline at the level of the collectivity presently. We would take it and make it a priority and have it have that new center in the Savannah area constructed. We believe as well that the road network has to be improved significantly because as it is presently, there's much frustration on the road because there's heavy traffic all hours of the day, and any little accident on that highway between Grand Cars and Marigot is a very chaotic situation. So therefore there's room for new roads. But I also want to say that it will be in our best interest to have the technicians on both sides of the island to look at how we can develop the road network on the island of St. Martin, generally speaking. And that would permit me to say how critical it is to strengthen our cooperation between both sides of the island. And I'm looking forward to a clear investment program between Juliana Airport and the Esperance Airport and Grand Cars. We have this Canadian company called Lavalin that came with so many promises to the people, and the company was introduced by the deputy, Mr. Gibbs. But today, when you look at the economic situation at that airport, it's a total disaster. After the 2 flights in the morning with Air Caribbean and Air Antilles, the airport becomes a ghost town until 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the 2 flights would return to the island of St. Martin. We need a company that knows the business, that knows the market, and that could introduce different economic activities at Grand Cars Esperance Airport. And I'm saying today that it would be in our best interest to secure a management agreement with Juliana International Airport and just put an end to the contract with the Lavalin company. And that is my wish, and I believe that economic prosperity would come from having the port facility that I've just introduced in Margaret, plus the airport in Juliana, both into economic activities. And to me, that will create much job opportunities, both for the taxi drivers, for the stores owners in the building, and also for young minds who would be part of management. So we are looking very seriously at a joint partnership with Juliana Airport. And as a matter of fact, there's possibilities of securing European funds as well to invest into that project, because one thing it could be clearly outlined that it is between both sides of the island. There is that strong possibility that we could secure European funds to help in the whole development process. So this is very high on our agenda. As far as education is concerned, I'm of the opinion that bilingual education has to become a priority, because I would like to know that 10 years from now, all our young students coming out of our secondary and senior and junior and senior secondary school would be in a position where their level of proficiency in both languages are unquestionable. And there is that possibility to begin early bilingual education in our schools in the North. I am encouraging this process. And what I can also add is that the government of France and the parliamentarian in France has already approved this new phase of development, because it is presently in our organic law. But the sad reality is that those who are leading this country haven't yet moved the little finger to make it happen. But it will be high on our agenda, because we have identified the need to go towards bilingual education, because it's the best method, teaching method, and would lead to positive academic results. And this is what I am hoping for very strongly. So as president of the collectivity, it will happen on my watch. That I can guarantee the people of St. Martin.
It's been said that behind every door, possibility awaits. How much possibility depends on which door you open first. Every day, we help our customers discover the possibilities in their lives. It all starts with a conversation. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
One,
2,
3,
4. This is how common it is to develop a mental illness. 1 out of every 4.
4,
4.
But there is hope. Today, most mental illnesses can be managed and treated. Visit your general doctor if you feel concerned about your thoughts and behaviors, or have some difficulty dealing with some of life's issues.
If you have been diagnosed and are suffering from a mental illness, keep in mind these 4 points to help you manage your mental health.
1. Get regular checkups with your general doctor.
2. Stay on your treatment plan to prevent relapses.
3. Find a strong support group in your family and friends.
And 4. Never be afraid to ask for help and look out for the warning signs of your illness. Remember, you are not alone. We are as close as one.
2.
3.
4.
Learn about mental health illness by going to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
To balance the 2016 budget that the former government could not balance. Now that we have a new supervisory board in place, is GEBE willing to assist by giving government the money they need, but they have sitting on certain accounts?
Bibi, and this seems to happen almost every week. The premise of your question is incorrect.
So give me the correct answer.
The suggestion that the money that we have identified that GEB has been keeping in a vault was needed for the 2016 budget is inaccurate.
Okay, so are you going to get some money from GEBE? Because GEBE is saying that, yes, government did ask for some money.
We're working on it, Bibi. But I just wanted to clear up the inaccuracy that it was needed for the 2016 budget.
Now
It wasn't.
But for 2017.
Notwithstanding that, we're doing and we're taking all the necessary steps to be able to collect wherever there's money to be collected, and one of them is GBE.